How old are you?
26. Oh yes, that's the vibe. 26. That's how we're doing it. My loves, Jarae, Milay, girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. In today's video, I'm coming to y'all with the Zeus Network Bad Boys Season 2 Houston Auditions. Girl, no. Auditions. And let's just hop right into this. Like, let's just get right into the things. We have some slow-mo, some cameos of some people who are waiting. They like, you know, I drove 18,000 hours. I waited for 16 hours in this line. And I'm like, girl, never. Never would I ever, okay? Never would have made it without you, because there's no way. Like, y'all sitting in these lines won't even stand in line to go to the doctors. I'm not understanding. It won't even, you know, stand in court to go get your child or whatever the case may be. But like, y'all sitting in this line for how many hours? Okay. The girls are screaming, Natalie, Natalie. They're like chanting her name. Natalie gets out. Natalie's got the Casamigos, okay? The Casamigos straight in the bottle. Like, girl, she ain't got a red Soho or nothing. She straight out the bottle with it. I guess Casamigos is just like one of those drinks that you just drinking out the bottle, period. And I've seen a lot of people do that, especially on Zeus. Or like a lot of the like reality TV shows, like everybody wants to know like what's in your cup. But now it's like, what's in your bottle? It's the Casamigos. And it's like, yeah, wait here. We're gonna F up. And I'm like, girl, Natalie, here you go. So Natalie is talking to season 1 Bad Boys, and she shows them the fight that's happening, that's breaking out, girl. If you've been living under a rock, we all know that Zeus Network was dragged on like the BGC pages and the T pages because they had them folks out there in that line in that heat. People was passing out from heat exhaustion. People were fighting, carrying on, trying to get some camera time. It was given very much like Astro World, but like on like a Zeus level. They were not prepared. They did not have the personnel to accommodate, you know, a crowd like that, period. Natalie says like, okay, so, you know, to our season 1 boys, like they gotta go through y'all first in order to get like, you know, a sit down with me. And it's given like, why are y'all even doing this? Because quiet as is kept, like it's only one spot that's open because Natalie's gonna cast who she wants to cast. We all know Natalie is that type of girl who's going to, I'm casting her because he's my friend. I'm casting him because he was always loyal to me. Like Natalie is not just randomly choosing people. We know this already, but still it's feeling like, you know, it's giving content grab. It's giving like, you know, let's just bash this content real quick, yang, 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 so we can put out some more shows. I mean, I'm not mad because here I am reviewing it. Here we are watching it, hello, but it's still like, girl, at this point, I want to see something different from Zeus. Not like the lead up to the show. It's giving very much like, I'm a makeup, you know, YouTuber, and I'm gonna show you behind the scenes getting ready with me to form, you know, to record my video. Like, first fight that really stood out to me was this big boy. He was like this big giant man. Like he was like such a big man. And it was like this little boy, like, you know, like he was like, you're too big, you're too big. And like the security got out of the way because even the security was big. Like he was like, motherfucker, like Green Mile. Like, what are you even doing here, sir? Like, aren't you the janitor in this building? Like, I don't know. Let me not say that. That's a little wrong, but y'all get what I'm saying. Girl, the security guard moves out the way. The big gigantic boy got the box in him and shit. It was just like, okay, I knew from then that it was gonna be a mess. And there was like some situation with Jonathan and Relly. Well, one of the boys was talking to Relly, and Relly was like, you know, I guess trying to like talk to the boy, and the boy was getting smart, and Darrell went to go take off his glasses, and Jonathan real quick, you know, Jonathan boop 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 got them together, and like, boy, when I say he pushed the boy all up in the like all up in the mirror, the boy, he was holding his nose. Like, poor man, I hope his nose ain't broke, girl. He probably need a facial reconstruction, girl. I saw a comment that said Jonathan's hands need to be registered, because at this point, sir, you should be out here fighting just for leisure. Like, fight because you mean it, because he fights like he mean it. Like, girl, like, I don't understand. Jonathan, you can like see the force with his punches. You know, I'm sitting here playing like meek meek meek, but like, no, it's never giving meek meek meek. It's giving Donkey Kong. Girl, Jonathan beat that boy up so quick. It was like, who wants to play with you, Jonathan? Nobody's even playing with you. I know that boy wasn't, he thought he could take the rail. And Jonathan was like, he was not here for it. He had to get the boy together. He ended up putting the boy's hat on, because you know, Jonathan liked to play like that. He put the boy's hat on and then went to go pet his monkey. Like, yeah, because talk regular. Don't talk to me like, and you know, just talking regular. Like the show went on like it was nothing. Jonathan uppercutted with all his strength. You know how somebody punch, they pivot their foot, like they put all their body weight into it? Yes. Really said, I was just trying to, you know, put on my glasses. I turned around, he's in the mirror. Yeah, and Jonathan was like, yes, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the baddest of them all? I'm like, yo, Jonathan is so cute. I can't help it. We have Natalie, Blue, and Jonathan, and they're like all sitting down. Natalie's talking to Jonathan is like, oh, we need another bad boy, so I got in, you know, Blueface baby. Natalie seems to like, hey Blue, which kind of like gives me what Krishan was talking about, like, because you know she's all on my D when we in the club talking about, oh, Rock and Blue. She was giving me very much a fan. Okay, she, oh hey, we were just talking about you. And Jonathan, you know, they kind of like connect. Their names are both Jonathan. You know, it's like, you know, give it the things of the things. It is what it is. Then Natalie is talking to the boys like, oh, you know, I made a few mistakes. You know, it was a few simps last season. I'm not trying to make those mistakes. Like, Natalie, you handpicked these people. Who are you talking about? Like Dylan, you thought Dylan was about to come in here. I mean, maybe she was talking about Andrew. Now that makes sense. She was talking about Andrew, girl. But at the end of the day, Andrew said the check is mine. Andrew really made out with the bag. He got paid, didn't have to do nothing. That's a bad boy for real. Like, if we gonna call a thing, girl, Andrew kept it all the way. I'm Team Andrew on this one, because why get all boxed up and I can still get this check and still get paid? My opinion, it's just giving bad boy, okay? It's giving boss bitch. That's just giving scandalous. I'm here for it. I like that type of carrying on, getting to the bag without having to work really hard, period. Girl, then we have Janisha, and I'm like, Janisha is not a good fit for this. Why is she hosting this, girl? Like, don't she gotta host a reunion coming up with the baddies or something? Like, I'm just not here for it. Even when they have like the guest host, Janisha's always involved. And it's like, Lemmy, like, you want us to have you pushing this girl down our throat so bad. Or is it Janisha? I don't know. But like, Janisha, you're not a good fit. Like, we could have had some, you know, one of the gay boys, or even like, you know, I don't know, like Mangina, like a returning cast. Like, it did not have to be Janisha. She looked beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Janisha's a sight to look at, period. And she got them yitties done. Them yitties was up, okay? I might need to hike my yitties up like Janisha, baby, because they was sitting up high. But I just feel like she wasn't a good fit for that. I wanted to see somebody else in that role. I don't know. I feel like Janisha is still finding her way within the Zeus network, and you know, Lemmy, that's her man, or however they doing it. But like, girl, like, Janisha, move around in this situation. I feel like they need to give her her own show, like maybe her like doing a whole pageant thing, get a house of pageant girls, and will be less fighting, you know, because since she's the U.S. Virgin Islands, you know, whatever she is, call me now, whatever. But Janisha, girl, Janisha explains that, you know, they're gonna go through one step, the boys first, then get to Natalie first, second. I'm like, girl, at least they got a format with it. At least they got some type of format, so shout out to somebody. Then we see the boys, you know, it's a couple of standouts. Girl, they just a drunken fool. And I hate to compare black people to animals. Y'all know I don't like that, but it's giving that. Like, girl, get y'all drunk up out of here. So Relly is, you know, starts off, he has, you know, that he's introducing like the first round of boys, and Relly's like, hey y'all, and Anthony, like, you know, interjects like, hold up, this is my city, sister, let me get this. And Anthony's giving me very much like, I'm in my element, I'm in my hometown. And then Relly was like, girl, I live in Houston now. He was like, congratulations, and was just like, you know, congratulations for making it to the auditions. And I'm like, I like to see Anthony emerge as like, you know, he's more of in his element. We can kind of see his personality a little better. And again, I'm sure they all off the Casamigos. Curtis is just looking like, girl, I'm just happy to be here, get a paycheck, because quiet as it's kept, they only invited the season 1 bad boys into the auditions because Milay didn't want to do the reunion. So this was their way of giving them a check, and not for nothing, shout out to Zeus for still putting money into these guys' pockets, because, you know, it's hard out here. First person we see is Pink Hair. We're gonna call her Pink Cinnabon, and she's rapping, she's doing her 1-2. And then, you know, I'm like, girl, you a whole trans. I mean, maybe not trans, I don't know, it's trying to give Gutter K, but Gutter was so cute. But like, I want to see something new. Like, you know, I know the boys are out here, the femme boys, you know, Saucy Santana, you know, booty, 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 all of this and all of that. But like, how many times you want to see that over and over again? Like, it's other type of gays out here. And I just want something new. I want them to shake it up, bro. Shake the table on us. Then we see the boy Tony Perez. He says, listen, I just, you know, I want to bring awareness to gun violence because I got shot at Anthony's club. Anthony's like, hold up, not at my club, you know, whatever the case. I think it's true. It's a lot of people in the hood right now, like, bro, rolling around. You know, ain't nothing tough about a bag outside the stomach. Ain't nothing tough about a wheelchair. Like, you know, because can't even shoot for real. Like, eh. Then we got the boy with the green hair. He's giving me MC Shaky. And they're like, look at them and look at me. Like, okay. Then we have the boy Tank. He was cute. He flirts with Anthony. Anthony was being such a whore. Telling the boys to take off their clothes and everything like this. And he was just like, you know, I bought a section in your club. Darrell's like, oh, you bought tabletops, you bought a section. He was like, I bought a section. I'm gonna see you there tonight. You know, his club's about to be lit. They getting money all the way around the board because I'm sure Anthony hosted the after party to the auditions. And you know, if it is his club, girl, I know it's lit. Then we see somebody else come up. I forgot. He was in like this sheer thing. And I think they did a little rap. And I was like, well, how do you, like, what are your pronouns or whatever case? And it's like, how do you identify? He was like, a nigga. Like, you really don't though. And I feel like this is what's so annoying with this whole trans thing, is because, girl, when it's convenient, oh, you gotta call me this. But you're gonna look at, like, I ain't even gonna get into it because it ain't my fight. It ain't my struggle. But I can't comment on it because I know some of y'all be like, oh, why do you talk about trans situations? I mean, because it's intersectionality. We're talking about black people. Black people are trans people. Trans people are black people. So therefore I can talk about it, sis. I don't like the flip-floppiness. That's the point I'm trying to make. If you are a woman, girl, be a woman. Don't be up here talking about some, oh no, I'm just a nigga, you know, when it's time to get casted. You know, because then it's like, we can't do that. That's not what it does. That's not what it gives. Then we got the boy MJ. He had the cute jacket. Anthony tried to get the jacket. Like, okay. We had this other boy. He looked like a church boy. He was like, yeah, I'm a political campaign manager, a consultant, a financial consultant, whoever he was. And Relly wasn't here for him. Relly was on his high horse. I don't know about y'all, but Relly kind of rubbed me the wrong way because it's giving, no, next, you're dismissed. Like, okay, I get it, girl. You were viral. You went on a show. You did your numbers. You doing big. You got your promotions. You got your marketing. But like a little bit of consideration of these people's feelings and time can go a long way, especially when it's translating over into the viewers. Like myself, I don't like stuff like that. That's not me. I know a lot of y'all live for it, but everybody's not like that. But anyway, they get into it. Was like, yeah, you was disrespecting my managers. I don't appreciate that. And long story short, girl, the security guard hemmed that boy up so quick because the rail stand up with the crazy eye. What you want to do? What you want to do? What you want to do? I'm trying to do Louisiana, y'all. I can't do Louisiana or New Orleans, wherever he from. No, he from Baton Rouge. But yeah, so you know, the security had that boy hemmed up, girl. His little church shoes done flew up in the air. I'm like, that's a shame. Security has to do him like that. And we're introduced to Rick Rose or whatever the case. And you know, he put on one time for the big boys. Where the big thick boys at? Okay, one time for the one time. And they like, take his shirt off. I like him. He was like, yeah, I want to sign in front of the check, not the back of the check, period. I'm into that type of stuff. Talk that cash money. And if you trying to do like a little Rick Ross persona, you know, you got to be the biggest boss. I'm into it. I like Rick Rose. I would like to see more of him. I'm pretty sure nobody's going to get casted from these auditions. Again, it's getting, you know, we're just going to make this content, put this content, push this content, girl. Then we had some rapper boy. He was from Missouri. He was from Missouri. Girl, Mississippi is on my tongue and on my mind because of P-Valley, because girl, for real, I hate Mississippi. They can't pay me to visit Mississippi. But he was from Missouri. He was a rapper. And he was cute. They was like, oh, show me your peen. And he was like, no, thank you. He got up out of there. It was a porn star. He had the wigs in his hair. And Jonathan was like, take off your clothes. He really did. But they blurted out, like, Zeus, y'all don't blur out women parts. So why are y'all blurring out the men parts? I don't understand. I don't get it. We see that there's a, you know, the censorship is a little different when it comes to men bodies, which I can't understand. I don't understand why y'all doing that. Y'all a subscription-based streaming service. So it's not like you're gonna lose ads or endorsements, sis. Take off the blur. If you're not gonna blur women's bodies, if you're not gonna blur women's bodies, don't blur men's bodies, period. The boy Josh, he's from Dallas. He's really cute. Darrell was trying to, like, you know, shoot him off, but I would like to see him. He looked like he was a bop. Then we had my boy. He looked like a straight geezer, straight from the AMPM, straight from the gas station, coming up there like, yeah, because you know, I know a crackhead when I see one. You get what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all Judge Mathis, like, you used to do crack, didn't you? They're like, how old are you? He was like 26, giving me very much geezer, old geezer at that. But you know, get it how you live. If he get casted, that's good for him. You know what I mean? Line them pockets. That's all. That's it. We're gonna see Blueface coming up, talking about some girl. A man's John was tucked. I'm like, okay, Blueface. Okay, Blueface, you better watch it. Whatever. I think it takes a really secure man to be involved with the LGBTQ community, especially nowadays, because you know these gays are allowed in color in your face, which I'm here for it, but it takes a really secure man to kind of be in those spaces and be comfortable and to comment on like that. Okay, sis. I'm gonna keep reviewing the auditions. It's a part 1. It's probably gonna be a part 2. They better not make it a part 3. They just need not to, because editing is probably already backed up. Y'all know how Zeus like to play in our face. Like this video and subscribe. So consider subscribing. I'm gonna be here reviewing the show. And again, did I say like it? Yeah, like the video. It helps me on the YouTube algorithm so I don't get swallowed up by the big girls. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.